What it do, what it do, what it do. We back. We back. We in the building. Once again. Loyal to the game, boxing, and my co-host OTB Boxing Class 101, where we turn casual fans into diehard boxing fans. What's poppin', family?
What's happening, family?
Man, I can't call it, man. I've been away for a little bit. I have as you know, I'm in the process of purchasing my first home. Got a whole lot going on with that as of right now, so I haven't been too consistent in the last week. But we back. We
Ain't
back.
nothing wrong with it. We here now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back in the building, man. So um quite a bit is going on in the last man, in the last I say in the last week, 2 weeks. We got a lot going on here in boxing, man. There's a whole lot going on.
Oh yeah, oh
Uh
yeah.
we got a whole lot going on. Uh Boots is getting ready to fight in a couple weeks too, right? Is it next weekend?
Yep. Week after next.
Oh man. Now you know that for me it's Earl Spence and Boots. Those my guys, man.
Oh man. See,
Th-
I'm big on boots, man, but I
Okay.
gotta see. Yeah, I mean, first of all, we ain't even seen him in the main event yet.
True, true.
Like,
But he got the same problem EJ had in the beginning of his career before he got a belt, before he was the money man. It's just real tough to get a fight. He's high risk, low reward. That's what it is. He high risk, low reward, man. So uh I think a lot of these guys know what's going on. Think about it. Who wants to get in there with a 5'10", 74-inch arm reach? Salute to you, Cassandra. Yeah, who want to get in there with a 5'10",
salute, Queen Cassandra.
74-inch arm reach welterweight with like a 95, 96% knockout ratio?
Oh gosh, here we go.
No one's went past the sixth round. No one has. Listen, bro. No one has been past the sixth round, fam. Look, y'all can talk about opponents. Look, yeah, and y'all know EJ, my dude.
So
And
so
y'all can,
so so we gonna count Thomas Delorme.
why would we counted him for Bud? Didn't we?
He was undefeated when Bud knocked his ass
Look,
out.
look, man.
Hey,
We gonna
I got a
count them
question
all.
for you. I got a question for you. You think
Uh,
fighters fight harder to protect their zero or to keep their belt?
I would say that's a good question. You,
Great
you making
question.
me, you making me think. You
Oh
making
yeah,
me
you
think
know
with
you
that
you,
one.
you know that's what we do.
Okay. I would say to keep the zero nowadays, because not everyone got a belt. Because that zero nowadays, Floyd done fucked the game up with the zero. He marketed that zero, so now everyone feels like if they take a loss, it's such a big deal.
Facts, facts.
Um, but if we look at primetime chicken Chris Colbert, you know what I'm saying? He didn't do one or the other. You know what I'm saying? He ain't care about keeping the O or losing his belt after he got punched in the mouth. He's over there in the corner apologizing to his corner, talking about, I'm sorry, man. And fight ain't even over. I'm like, God damn, fam, you ain't gonna go out there and go out on your shield? Like, come on now. You know?
Well,
you
in
know,
hindsight, I mean, just because now, mind you, it was hard for me to try and figure out. Definitely keep the O because you start out with the O. You feel me? You protect that zero longer than you had that belt. You had that zero before you had that belt.
right.
To me, but
Yeah.
when it come to Chris Colbert, man, he did have to fight somebody that he didn't plan on fighting. Not to mention, he was on an emotional high because he was going to be fighting for a strap.
Here we go.
So
I
once
don't,
they removed the strap, I can understand the letdown. Like, yeah, I mean, like if we on the court, you feel me? And I know you got game, you understand? And you like, bro, we getting it in today. But the second I get to the court like ain't nobody you. So I'm not
Yeah,
playing them like I'm playing you.
man. You know something? Look, man. I hear all of that, and I'm from Brooklyn. Chris Colbert ain't getting no pass. I'm sorry. He's not gonna get no pass from me. The nigga be in the back. Look, he got pink hair one fight, blue hair one fight. He in the back doing the electric slide and shit before fights and all this other shit. Then, and then I got a bone to pick with him because he always counted my boy EJ out on every fight. So hey, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna go in there and not show no heart? That ain't the Brooklyn way. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was in trouble though when I looked at Homeboy record, and then when I looked at both of them in the ring, the other guy was also bigger than him,
Yeah.
and he was physically a bigger man than him. So I knew he was gonna be in trouble, man. And the thing about it that I didn't like about Chris Colbert in the fight isn't that he lost, is that he quit. He quit on himself. Like
What?
I didn't like that. It's like once his bubble was busted, it was like he didn't have any bite down in him. He bit down to not get hurt, and it was like, okay, yeah, you got knocked down or whatever, but it wasn't like you was stinky legged and wobbling all over the place. And
See. Next week I'm gonna shoot the sirens now, man.
why?
Cause let me take you inside the ropes for a minute, man. Let us
Okay,
take everybody inside the ropes. He started out biting down, bro. He don't fight in the pocket. Like, you understand? That ain't his thing. He went out there, tried to fight him in the pocket, couldn't fight him in the pocket. Fifth, sixth round, he trying to fight him from distance. He realized, damn, he a lot bigger than, I mean, I see why we went with the game plan to fight him in the pocket. And then
facts.
dude tore his ass up. So you understand, coming in the championship rounds, shit, you didn't try both game plans. Now, all you could go in that motherfucker and do is get beat up.
So what you telling me is you only got two game plans and you a champion? That's it, two?
Well, he was trying to become a champion. You understand? That was the
I,
fight he was gonna be fighting for a championship.
didn't he have? I thought he had some type of belt.
Nah, they was fighting for like a belt. That he was supposed to be fighting dude who pulled out for his belt,
Oh, okay.
and then they made it an eliminator for that belt.
The only thing got eliminated was his ass because he the one in there looking like he was shook, man. I didn't appreciate his effort. Let me tell you
That's because
something.
you from Brooklyn, B.
I'm just saying, I didn't appreciate his effort, man. Look,
Look,
let me tell you something. I probably would have done the same thing Chris Colbert did. But I'm not a boxer. That's why I said I'm not gonna take up boxing. If you're gonna take listen, I feel like this. If you're gonna do something, you gotta do it to the fullest. Right? You chose to be a warrior. I don't know, maybe he just wanted to be the dude who could just fuck everybody up in his high school and his public school and have nice hands. But no,
man,
you out here with world class fighters, man. So you gotta have something.
he's been fighting. Chris Colbert ain't just started fighting though. He was fighting in the amateurs. You understand? He was accomplished. You understand? Chris Colbert wasn't just no pushover. Like they say, like Shakur say, we've been getting into it in the amateurs. You understand?
Look,
And
look,
yeah, everybody got a plan. You right. You right, Glenn. Yeah, everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. I'm just saying that we got to look at the mental aspect of it as well. And I don't think they getting punched in the mouth helped the fact that he felt like he was fighting less of a fighter anyway. And that's why anytime you put your hands up, you fighting yourself. You ain't fighting the person across the ring. You fighting yourself because you fighting your last performance. So you understand? I think that he just underestimated dude, man, and he felt like he was let down from it not being a championship fight. He thought that he was gonna be fighting dude. They put somebody who probably was better than the opposition he would have been fighting.
hey, you gotta be ready for anything, man. That's why. That's why you primetime chicken, but you can't be acting like a primetime chicken in the ring, fam. You just can't be. You can't do that. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, man. The only thing Chris Colbert accomplished on that night was losing a fan because he lost me. Like I don't. Let me tell you something.
See, I think Chris Colbert is a dangerous fight right now.
He
That's a
probably
dangerous fight
listen.
for
The most
anybody
dangerous.
who go in there and fight him.
Not if you punch him in his mouth correctly. You know what I'm saying? Look, only fight that's dangerous for Chris Colbert is the fight with the biggest fight he got is with himself right now because he got to look himself in the mirror and go back and look at that performance and not just see that he was, like not just like he was completely outboxed or anything. It was like he gave up. It's on film that he gave up.
Well,
You
he
know,
got outboxed first.
but you don't
Shit.
give up.
Once you whoop my ass first, you understand? Now, me
Okay,
personally, I'm a fight until I can't lift my hands no more. So, goddamn
right.
it, you.
Look at Shakur and Valdez performance. We'll get into that a little later. Valdez got his fucking ears and eyes boxed off, but he never gave up. He never said, "Oh, I tried everything I could try, and I'm just gonna sit in here and try to survive." He got knocked down too in the fight. He didn't just lay down, and that's the difference. And that's why Chris Colbert ain't gonna be a champion because he don't have a champion's heart. He don't. So I'm sorry. I look these Brooklyn fighters, man. They be letting me down. To now, but
Hold on, man. T.O. was on like a year layoff, bro.
here we go. Here we go with the excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses.
And
I
not
don't want to
only
hear
that,
no
man,
excuses.
nah, ain't no excuse, man, because T.O. lost.
No, he lost. Yeah, he lost. He went. Look, To lost because he was too full of himself. After he beat Lomachenko, he thought he was indestructible.
Exactly, and that's coming off the biggest win of his career, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, his confidence was higher than it probably ever will be again.
True. And then he got his ears boxed off by somebody who lived with kangaroos and crocodiles over there in
Oh,
Australia.
come on, man. Cambosis can fight, bro.
He
Hey,
can fight.
Cambosis can
He can
fight,
fight.
bro.
He can no, he can fight, man. But Tio was doing a hell of he was doing hella talking, man. And it's like, bro, you got to be able to back that up. If you're gonna talk like that, you got to be able to back it up. How you gonna go beat High Tech and then go lose to Cambosis? I mean, he was for the Lomachenko fight, he was hungry. He
And
was
not only
ready.
that, bro, he caught Lomachenko at a good time too. Like, that was the biggest layoff Lomachenko ever had. Like, come on, man. Layoffs have an impact on how you fight. And especially we will know that once Teo get laid out in the second round. Shit. So I don't know. I just feel like he caught Loma. I don't feel like he really even a better boxer than Loma.
No, he
Because
ain't.
the last 5 rounds of that fight, Loma whooped his ass.
Yeah, well, that's because, and Loma would beat him again, but that's because Loma was scared of his power in the beginning. Loma was too busy thinking of, I don't want to get caught. I've seen too many people, Comey, all these guys get sparked early. So I don't want to be that guy. So he didn't even engage. He basically, I don't know, it could be a top rank thing because I see Bud do the same thing with Porter where they don't want to throw no damn punches in the beginning of the fight. You know, I think Lomachenko had landed like something stupid. It was like 6 punches in like the first 6 or 7. It was something stupid like that. And he wouldn't engage. And people sit around and they try to disrespect Deontay Wilder. Let me say something now.
Go
Deontay
ahead.
Wilder may not be the most graceful. He may not have the slickest skill set or anything like that, but Deontay Wilder is a warrior. See, I could get behind that. I could get behind a warrior. Deontay Wilder is a warrior. He don't listen. Okay, Windmill Wilder, all this other stuff. But Deontay Wilder is gonna go in there and he's gonna give it his all. He gonna even fire his trainer if his trainer throw in the towel. He want to go out on his shield. But you got people like Chris Colbert. You got people like Primetime Chicken. That's his name, man. I mean, he
Man.
chose the perfect name for his business. He probably looked in the mirror and then said, "You know what? I'm gonna name this business after myself, Primetime Chicken." Because that's what he did. He showed up to be a primetime chicken when the lights came on.
I just think it was a bad situation, man. And I'm hoping that Chris Colbert, I just, I don't know, man. Shit, coming back, that's a dangerous fight now because he knowing his next fight, bro, he got to bite down. Like, ain't no, he got to bite down. He got to be impressive no matter who he fight. And shit, that's a dangerous fight for whoever he go in there with, knowing the level of success that he done had.
Mm.
So you know that the talent is there, and now you done put his back against the wall. Where in this next performance, shit, he feel like he has to perform. You know what I mean? He ain't got no ain't. You can't have another performance like that. You would be out of boxing.
I don't trust him, fam. See, I don't trust him. See, because see
I'm
what
not
he
saying I
did.
do.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
ain't saying I
What,
do.
what Chris Colbert did in that fight have to do with his heart. That's what it was. It was his heart, bro. It wasn't. It ain't just like see that like when you say, "Oh, he gonna be dangerous." It's like, is he gonna be dangerous until somebody punch him in his mouth again and he get put on the floor, and then he reverts back to who? That's a look inside it. Like you know this in boxing. Boxing will bring out who you are.
Facts.
Like like you, the raw you,
Facts.
your soul, your spirit. It will get brought out there in the ring. And from what I saw from Chris Colbert, it was like he see, you know what he said to me is what I saw because when I see him, I see Brooklyn, I see when I grew up, 80s, 90s when I grew up. He
Facts.
seemed like the type of dude, right, that will punch a nigga in the face who never went in the gym before and be tough with a nigga who never went in the gym, and then when someone else that he look at someone and say, "Ah, nah, this person they can't fight. Look how he look, right?" And then
Facts.
that nigga punch him in the mouth, and then the bitch come out of him.
Facts. Saying he don't want no smoke.
He don't want
He
no more
wants some
smoke.
smoke with people he know
Yeah,
he
come
could beat.
on, man.
He one of
Come,
them. Yeah,
yeah,
we don't respect
I
that.
can't go with that, fam. I can't. He made Brooklyn look bad, bro. He made me want to move to he made me want to stay down here in DC. You know what I'm saying? He made me not even want to go home after that shit he did, man. You
Nah,
know?
man, shoot, still making y'all look good, man.
Uh, oh man, I can
he
see,
done, he done
I can
passed the
see if he,
torch to shoe.
bro. I can see if he did something like he got cut or something. He looked for a way out. This nigga just shelled up the whole like he stopped fighting in the fight.
Hey, that's mentally draining, bro. Man, shit. I go in there and I say, all right, the game plan is to close the space, get in the pocket. We can win like that. We get
All
in
right,
the fight, and shit, you tear my ass up in the pocket. Now you understand shit. What's the game plan now? He got a 3+ inch reach advantage on me. So once you
hey,
get in there, man, and you try and beat him up, and you try and beat a person with one game plan, and you try the next game plan, he beat that. Shit, we got to change games.
nigga, we gotta just fight, man. Fuck that. You got to go out there and fight, man. If you like, that's the other problem. This is why I respect the old school fighters. I respect the Mike Tysons. I respect the Ali's, the Frazier's, the Foremans. I respect these guys because those guys will go in there and fight. They'll go in there and give it their all, even if they wind up getting knocked out in the process. You know, with these guys, it's like I don't know if it's because of social media or whatever, but it's like they scared to be on a reel or they scared to be all over the social media sparked or something. I'm not sure what it is, but it's like, bro, this is. this is the profession you chose. You chose this. You
Facts.
know, so it is what it is, man. But I ain't gonna go too much hard on Chris Colbert, man, because you know, it, it, I want to say he a warrior because he put on them gloves, but I think he was just humbled a little bit because he was doing a lot of talking, he was doing a lot of flossing,
Facts.
and it just I think his bubble was busted. So hopefully he rebounds, like you said, and he is a dangerous fight, and he gets it together. But I'm telling you, the biggest obstacle that he's gonna have is himself going forward.
Shit, I think it's his trainer, man. How do you train a fighter that quit in a fight? That's what I
Yeah,
kept asking myself. Like, if I have to train him, and you send me the film, and you tell me that he literally quit in his last fight, then I have to break him in camp. Now I got to re-break him before we can even go forward and work on any game plans. You got to
hmm
go in the ring with your ass, with your hands tied behind your back, two
he,
weight classes up, whoop his ass, and
he
then we'll work after a week of that.
he gave me, who he gave me a better appreciation for.
Who that?
Er- Erickson Lubin. Erickson
Fact.
Lubin was getting his ass whooped most of that fight, and he fought back the whole time until he knocked the dude down. He he probably accumulated 300 punches to the dome before he got his knockdown in that fight.
Exactly. So is that the type of performance that we now have to get out of Chris Colbert for us to respect him as a fighter?
Yes, yes,
So he got to
yes.
go in there and get his ass whooped all night for
Listen,
us to respect him.
I'm not gonna.
Mind you, Erickson Lubin had been knocked out early in his career. So he
Mhm.
had to, yeah, I mean, we got to quit putting these complexes in fighters' heads, man. That's causing them to go in there and take that type of beating and damage too. Because now, yeah, I mean, he get knocked out by Jermell Charlo, and then he feel like he have to go in there and take all of them punches on his
Well,
shield.
I don't want any fighter to take that amount of punches. I'm just saying, like, Erickson Lubin's heart was tested, and like, even Spence was like, "Bro, you have nothing to hang your head about with this fight." You know
Facts,
what I'm saying?
facts,
And
facts. The
look,
whole boxing community, the whole world have to
I,
respect
I
that.
I was one of the people. I said, "Man, he need to take a break from boxing. He took too much punishment. I don't ever want to see no one take that kind of punishment. That's not good."
I don't
And he's
want
a
to see
young
him ever
man
fight
too.
again.
Yeah, he's a young man too. So it's like, man, it's tough. That boxing game is tough, but at least when shit hit the fan, he showed up as a
Right.
warrior. He
Facts.
showed up. And if you're gonna be painting your hair pink and blue and purple and and and
That
and,
pissed you
and
off
be
from
and be
Brooklyn, huh?
doing,
Did that
yeah,
piss off
man.
the rest of
Yeah,
Brooklyn like it
it pissed
did
me
you?
off. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be doing the electric slide and the boogaloo and all that shit, and before the fight, and critiquing and telling
He
other
pissed Brooklyn
motherfuckers.
off.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be telling other motherfuckers that they flat footed and they can't beat this person and that person, but then you go there in the
He
ring and then
wasn't
you go
lying
get your.
though. He
But, but,
wasn't lying.
but guess what? But guess what? That flat footed guy got more heart than him. So
We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. Do
I
we
would
know that?
I would say so. I mean, the man was launched out of a car and he went in there for Danny Garcia.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Shakur. I thought you were
Oh,
talking
oh,
about Shakur.
oh, no.
And
Yeah, I
and
was
the
talking about.
answer, go ahead.
Yeah, I was talking about when he made the comment. I don't know if you saw they were interviewing him with Danny Garcia, and he was like trying to go in on Spence. But then he was like Packy. He was picking Pacquiao to beat Spence. He was like, Pacquiao, blah 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 blah. Earl Spence. He's flat footed. He's this. It just seemed like someone put a battery in his back. So now it's like, all right,
Yeah.
nigga, now the battery's out your back. So what it's about. With you. So
Facts, facts.
yeah, man. Yeah, Cassandra, I think Lubin should retire. And it's sad because he's such a young man. He's in his 20s. Um, hell of a talent. But this goes to show you how how crude a boxing game is. It's a real sport, man. And I said this before. I said, Jamel Charlo ruined him, and people like, oh, Charlo ruined him, man.
You're right.
He ruined him. Certain people, you get hit the right way, it can really change you. You know
Matter
what I'm
of fact, I
saying?
want to say that was our first episode together. We
Yeah,
had this conversation when you said
Char-
that.
Charlo ruined him, man. And I saw it because you know, I I I, I saw it when he took a punch from a guy that wasn't even a big puncher, and he was hurt. It was just like, man, it just wasn't. It wasn't. I'm like, man, he wasn't like that before. It wasn't even a punch that should have hurt him, but he was hurt. And once that brain gets shaken up like that, shit. Sometimes you could just never recover from it. So
And it definitely has an impact on how you fight. So I
yeah,
definitely would echo the same sentiments. I wouldn't want to see Erickson Lubin ever fight again.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't feel like
I
and,
don't think
and
he's too young,
yeah,
man. He needs to just. I don't want to see that man walking around 30 and 35 and not being able to recognize his kid. You see Terry Norris, like this shit really changed fighters. Now it
yeah,
changed men, not just fighters. It changed you as
facts,
a man.
facts.
We. It's not like what you deal with is something that you just going to show in the ring. It's going to be in your everyday life when you deal with your kids, with your parents, with your neighbors. So I don't think he should fight again, to be honest, and it's sad, because he's such a young guy who had a lot of promise. But it also goes to show you, you may don't jump in the fire too quickly either. He probably should have waited a little bit before he ran in there with Charlo, but he made the choice. So
Facts. And at the
best of luck
time,
to him.
Charlo wasn't known as a big puncher. Yeah, I mean, early in Charlo career, he was known as a boxer. And that punch power came later on after he left the zone and got over to PBC.
Hmm.
And then when he knocked um Lubin out, then his ego went with his
Went through the
punch
roof.
power.
Yeah, it went through the roof. I'm a knockout
Yeah.
artist, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's when that
yeah,
shit started coming about.
yeah, yeah. When he knocked out what's the name too for his belt, his first belt, was it John Jackson, Julian Jackson's son?
Yep.
Y-
It was
Yeah,
Julian Jackson.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, so quite a bit he went ahead and accomplished. But we gonna swing topics, man, because there's some stuff that I missed, right? And I gotta go into it real quick because
Yeah, go
I thought
ahead.
you already know.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I
It's
knew
just,
this
it's
shit
just,
was coming, man.
yeah, it's just stuff
Just
I
so
missed.
everybody know, my co-host's about to go in.
There's some stuff I missed that we gonna have to go with. There was quite a Twitter war going on between uh hold on. Hold on, there was a Twitter war that was going on between Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, man. And I like it, actually. I like all the shit talking that's been going on between these guys, to be quite honest. I think it's a build up for the fight, but I would just rather I want to hear that there's someone's accepted an offer. That's where I'm at because we've been waiting for years for this fight. The fighters are talking greasy to each other, but I don't know what's going on, man. Earl Spence, I don't know if his confidence is up, if this has always been in him, or what's going on. But
This
I
shit
think this
ain't
is
never
pretty.
been in him. You ain't never seen this
I
energy in him.
I think this shit was funny as hell, man.
Man.
Why did he do this to Bomac, man? What like? Well, first off, I know why he did it to Bomac. I know why he did it to Bomac. So I don't know if you saw there was a Fight Hype interview. It was last week, and the interviewer asked Bomac. First off, the boxing media knows that Bomac hates on Errol Spence so bad that they're even scared to ask him Errol Spence questions. right? And he asked Bomac. He said, Bomac, want to ask you about the Errol Spence and the Ugas fight, right? What were your thoughts? You know what Bomac's reply was? Oh, we gonna fuck that boy up. We gonna whoop his ass. I'm like, Bomac, we didn't ask. We asked you, could we get your opinion on the fight? You
What
can't
is
even
he
say nothing.
supposed to say? And the fight is
Just say,
all but
just
done, bro.
yeah,
What
just
is he
listen.
supposed to say?
What he's supposed to say is he's supposed to answer the question he was asked and stop being so emotional. See that jealousy and hatred towards Earl Spence. I'm trying to tell you.
There
I'm
ain't
listen,
no emotion in that, bro. When I'm watching the
OTB,
fight, if I know I gotta fight you next, then I'm analyzing things
OTB,
that I can capitalize on.
OTB. Listen.
So I'm not, regardless of how good the performance is, I'm looking at something totally different.
All right, OTB. It's May 4th, 2022, at 9:57 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm giving you a chance. I'm giving you a chance.
Did he just,
cross the street.
You done fucked up me. It was 11 o'clock when I bought the bottle.
Listen,
it
man.
was 12 o'clock when I bought the bottle.
You know you done fucked up, right? I'm giving you a chance to cross the street, man. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Yeah. Hey, bro, you know I'm not coming across there.
Listen,
I was so pissed when he said that shit. I think that when he said that shit, I might have like lost a bit of Errol Spence fanism. Like, you know what I mean? Because, man, don't like, we gonna take this to the hood. If
out of control.
Oh, we about to get back there because we about to look at this Derrick James slow motion knockout too.
Okay.
I seen him get slumped. Oh my gosh, man!
It's cool. He might have got
just embarrassing, and then
he might have got
6'5". Let's go there. Let's get there now. Then
okay, let's get there.
Since John won't let us come up off of that.
Let's get there.
Hey, John, do you realize we look at Derrick James' career? You look at his box rec. He beat 5 fighters that's over 500, bro. 5 fighters that's over 500. And you was always a taller fighter, yet you was disqualified for punches. I want to say twice, but I know once.
Hold on 1 second. Let me see.
It's safe to say both of these motherfuckers couldn't neither one of their asses fight. They just love the sport of boxing.
Cut it out, OTB. I ain't gonna let you get away with this shit.
Couldn't neither one of their asses fight.
Listen. All right. I'm a put. See, because I gotta defend my boy Derrick, because Derrick is my boy.
Ain't no way you can defend that. You can't defend 15 wins against losing ass fighters.
Wait a minute.
Not when you get on Bud about his record. Let's get there.
Wait a minute. We not listen. Derrick James was never mentioned as. Derrick James was never mentioned as a pound for pound fighter, so we're not going to compare him to Bud. Like, I think his record was 20. He was 21. Yeah, so that's what we talk about. Yeah, we could compare him to Bomac. This man he was knocked out 5 times straight. Listen, I'm a person like this, right? They say there's an old saying, right? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
You know it.
Okay. I'm just saying.
And I always tell my kids, I don't blame them. I never blame the person who hit any of my kids. I blame my kids for standing there while they hit them.
Listen, my brother, look at this, man. All right, Bomac got
no
a TKO.
Difference there.
He got a TKO.
Would you rather have a disqualification on your record, or would you rather have a few knockouts?
Nigga, I'd rather be disqualified. I don't want to be stretched 5 times straight. Fuck that. Nigga, I'm not trying to be. Listen, matter of fact, he was stretched. He got stretched. Look. He got his only good win was against. And I'm just looking at his last 7-8 fights here. He got a TKO win against someone who was 6'3", 6 wins, seven losses, and 3 wins.
Don't do that because we're gonna have to do it again with your boy.
That's fine. Let's do it, right?
All right. Go ahead, proceed.
Then he got a TKO loss to somebody who's 24-6. Then he got a straight KO loss for someone who's 6-3. A TKO for someone who is 28-4-3. A KO for someone who's 9-4.
Them all winning records, bro.
That's a winning record to you. 9-4. I mean, look, the niggas over.
That's
500.
a winning record. Let nothing pull up Derrick James.
We're gonna pull up Derrick James.
Wait,
I'm about tired of you. I'm about tired of your ass.
Oh, the champ is here. Then we go look at the slow motion knockout. He gets slumped in the corner. It take him so long to hit the ground. I'm looking at this shit like fall. Okay,
so he got stopped 4 times. Well, for his
No, let's get there.
Now, based on we're gonna do it. Now, based on what you just said, right? Derrick James would have knocked out Bomac because he's got a winning record. Based on what you just said,
I said he would have got. I said both of them was shitty. First of all, second off, I can't say that record is no much better than the other one because he ain't beat but 5 damn fighters with winning records. You look at his wins; they all against fighters with losing records, except for 5 of them, which means you got 16 credible wins. Bomac got 9 losses, but they all the fighters with winning records.
Okay. So his first loss was a TKO to a guy who was 23-0. All right. So his debut, losing record. Winning record.
Everyone is a losing record before that.
No, winning record.
That's 6, 1.
Winning record. That's 3. Winning record. Winning record. Winning record. Winning record. Winning record. Losing record. Winning record. Tied record. Winning record. His first loss. Losing record. Losing record. Losing record. Loss.
I counted these too.
Okay. Loss.
He beat nothing but bums. He beat nothing but bums too.
Loss.
He beat nothing but bums.
What is? Oh, this is a draw. Draw with points. Okay.
He beat nothing but bums, bro. Look at the records of those W's.
Okay. Look. At the end of the day, I mean, we could do a split screen because at the end of his career, right? I see a win or loss, a no contest, win, draw.
So now we basing this off how they finished the race.
TKO.
So now we basing this off how they finished the race.
Bruh. Like my man said right here.
No.
Like John Kramer said, if Bomac was an NBA team, he'd get the #1 draft pick, bro. He would get the #1 draft pick based on that shit. It almost looked like
2.
It almost looked like
when James would pick number 2. What's the difference?
To me it looked like Bomac was taking his career so he could go be a trainer. I mean, at the end, he didn't have to get knocked out every time, but I'm just saying. We're gonna go back here and take a quick look again, see what's going on with that, sir. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this masterpiece.
Man, it ain't no difference in picking 1 and picking 2. When you in the lottery, your ass.
It is. Listen. Derrick James might get the 10th pick of the draft. Bomac.
Hell nah. He going number 2. Right behind Bomac.
The NBA gonna cheat for Bomac like
Hell
they did
for. I'll tell you who won that championship. It might be Robert Garcia.
Look,
both y'all asses losing to Robert.
Matter of fact, you know what? bring it up. Hold on a second. Let me see.
No,
Can
man, that
let
guy
me
beat
see.
all bums. Man.
Hold on
He
a
beat
second.
5 out of his 21 wins. 5 of them had winning records. No, that's not gonna get you there.
Look.
That's not gonna get you there. No.
Let's pull up. We gonna pull up his box.
I bought the bottle at 11 o'clock.
Let's pull up his boxer.
I'm gonna make sure I put that in the soundboard. I just want y'all to know.
First off, he's not even over 500. He's not even over 500. How can we even?
Facts.
We can't even compare these two guys. Oh my God! This nigga was taking. He lost his second fight. On TV, man. I didn't want to have to do this, fam. I was just going on to Twitter, man. Oh my God! Wait a minute! I know I was born at night, but it wasn't last night.
Objection.
I bet you're gonna object to this shit. Did this nigga lose his? This shit say debut right here. This nigga lost his debut, fam.
I think it was in Omaha too.
Oh my God!
I'm just saying, man. Ain't no difference. Okay. The only difference is if they would have fed him slouches like they fed Derrick James, then we wouldn't be having this conversation. They would probably
wait a minute. Do it further. Your objection, Your Honor. Objection, Your Honor. Objection. Objection, Your Honor. Okay.
You got to send me in the class in the hallway of my own classroom.
Objection, Your Honor. See, why the hell did you bring this shit up, OTB? You know what I just noticed in his record? He don't got not near one knockout. He ain't stopped nobody. Went on point.
He was a boxer, man. He was a boxer.
He got a TKO. He got a TKO. Oh, he got a TKO.
All right, he got him a stoppage.
He fought a nigga at the Ramada and got a TKO. Okay, good for him. I mean, I'm not lying. That's what I'm saying.
I seen Adrian Bronner fight at the Ramada before, bro.
Oh no, he got 2 TKOs.
It was nice. It was nice.
He got 2 TKOs. He got 2 TKOs. Okay. Oh man. Oh my God.
Man.
Oh.
Feed him Derrick James opponents, man, and he might have had the same record.
We should have Bomac and Derrick James on the undercard, and Spence and.
Hey, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing. Hey, I'm still going with Bomac, knowing he got knocked out 9 times.
Bomac should let me be in his corner because once Derrick James start putting hands on him, I'm gonna throw in Bomac's napkin, not his towel. I'm gonna throw a napkin in there to stop the fight.
Come on, man. And we gotta stop getting on him, man. He's a trainer. He don't fight no more, man. He allowed to be out of shape, man. He's allowed to be, man.
You said he a
1-7 though, man. Y'all gonna jump me now? Salute the brother of the show.
Nigga sent me a water fountain in the corner. Yo,
I was watching, man. I'm about to start classes, man. I'm about to start my lecture sections and shows, man. You definitely can come through and teach class at OTB, man.
Yo, I saw someone in was it 7-8 and 7-8, or it was Drew Titan. It was Drew Titan or 7-8 Sports, one of those guys on Wednesday. It was either yesterday or the day before. And someone super chatted and I almost lost it. The nigga said Bomac had a draw with a salad. I said, I can't anymore.
Man, we gotta leave that man alone about his way, man.
Yeah,
that man is accomplished as a trainer, man. Jamel Herring wasn't no champion until Bomac.
Okay, that's fair.
Steven Nelson, champion.
I got love for
Hooker,
Jamel
champion.
Herring.
Rob Brandt, I don't know that he was in that camp when he became a champion, but I know he in that camp now, so he a former champion. You feel me? Then he got Bud. Then he got some prospects, Boubacar Silla, Keyshawn Davis. You know what I mean? So shit, man. I don't know if we can say that Bomac can't train.
I never said
he his ass can't fight.
No. Yeah, I never said I've never said he couldn't train.
But if we say his ass can't fight, we gonna say Derrick James can't fight too.
But listen. If you was a trainer, right? If you was a trainer and someone came to you and said, "Look, this I got 2 fighters, but you could only train one of them, right?" And they showed you Bomac's record, they showed you Derrick James' record. Who you gonna train?
It depends, bro, because I mean, I gotta look at how Bomac was knocked out. You feel me? Because he got a lot of knockouts. Now, if the verdict was out that he can't take a left hook, then I mean, our game plan is to give him a left hook and he gonna go. You feel me? If his game plan is that he can't take a body shot, then that's different. We can work on that versus us being able to work on something like heart, which is something we don't know that Derrick James had. He was fighting no damn body. When he did fighting somebody out with
during commercials. Oh my God. Look. Salute to Bomac.
I don't know, man. I might have rather fight during the commercials than get knocked out on TV.
Oh no! Listen.
We know Derrick James' ass was getting knocked out on ESPN.
Listen. At least he made it to ESPN to get knocked out. This nigga was getting knocked out in the Ramada. This nigga was getting knocked out in the Church's chicken parking lot. The fuck are you talking about?
Give me my loss in churches, dog. Give me my loss in churches. What you call Chris Colbert, which I got in Brooklyn prime time.
Prime time chicken.
Now whoop my ass in prime time, man. Don't whoop my ass in front of the news station.
Golly. And then the other one they had Bomac 2000 and over 2,000 knockouts, and they had him. It was called his food rack or some shit like that. I need to find that shit and post.
Man, y'all talk about how high class EJ is, and then he go and bring this man in there, and you ain't fighting him.
I think he. You know why?
You know why? Him? That's like Shakur talking about Canelo no camp. Oh, I beat the whole camp to me. No, the fuck you didn't. You beat Oscar Valdez. Sit your ass down somewhere.
Let me see if I can find this shit and somehow get it on the screen. Hold on a second. There we go. I might be able to get this shit on the screen. But look, I say this, right? At least Derrick James, like, his pedigree was different. Like, boxing is tough. It's tough. You know what I'm saying? He was winning. He ran into a guy that was 23-0 when it was early in his career, and he took his first loss. And as we see, it derailed his career. That type of shit happened. But I think Bomac just loved the sport. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing I could think of for your ass to be getting knocked out 5 times in a row.
We need journeymen in boxing. Salute to all the journeymen in boxing, man. I just want y'all to know we really appreciate y'all. Our prospects don't make it without journeymen. Yeah, I mean, we need journeymen in boxing. But let's just acknowledge that Derrick James was a journeyman too.
Listen, his journey lasted longer than Bomac's. And when he retired, at least he was on the right side of the winning column. So
that's because he ain't fight no damn body, because you beat everybody you was supposed to. We just got on Chris Colbert for picking on people he knew he was gonna beat, and now we take up for Derrick James doing the same shit his whole career.
You don't make me do this shit again. You know, brought me back. Who the hell this nigga fought? He He won against a nigga who was 2-2.
He ain't win, but how many wins he got?
Oh, he got a good win against someone here, a UD against someone who was 10-0.
Yeah, man. At least he
His
didn't
other
be his undefeated match.
his other
Derrick
win was
James
against
lost
someone who was
his.
1-0. His other win was against someone who was 1-0.
And even his losses is against winning fighters for the most
His
part.
other win was against someone who was 1-4.
Even his losses is against winning fighters.
How you lose your motherfucking debut, fam?
Man, Derrick James, bruh, he fought somebody that was like 2-34.
Bruh,
Man,
I couldn't
look
care.
at the records of his wins, bro. One motherfucker was 5-16.
Yeah, but the difference is at least he was
looking at
winning
this shit
against
like
these guys.
every time he got knocked out, they just sent him a confidence builder.
Yeah, but listen,
You're gonna get him,
least,
champ.
Yeah.
Then he go in there and get knocked the fuck out by somebody who could really fight.
But they couldn't even say that to Bomac. They were sending him in there with some confidence builders.
Okay, so you go tell me that there's a difference in either one of those careers.
Yes, one person finished with 21 wins. The other one finished with 7.
Get the fuck out of here.
One person got stopped.
Bro.
One person got stopped 4 times. One person got stopped 5 of his last 6 fights. It's a big difference. Big difference. I'm just saying.
No,
I'm not saying that.
No,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
There is no difference in those careers. They both can get flushed down the fucking toilet. Boxing will never remember this shit. If Errol Spence Jr. didn't bring it to our attention, we would not be having this fucking conversation. I just want to make that.
The only thing I've noticed so far, the only people who have brought up Derrick James's record is Bud fans, because. And it's bad because
if we gonna talk about Bomac, we gonna talk about him too. Cause
but we can't.
He ain't nothing in the Flyer Garden neither. Now,
look, all I'm saying to you is that he even lost to guys that he shouldn't have lost to. I mean, he started out wrong. He lost his debut.
He said he started out wrong. He lost
his fucking debut, fam.
He's talking about he started out wrong.
He started out wrong. He started over the wrong foot, fam. Look.
He said the race started. He started running the wrong way.
He started out.
You know how to be the tip off. He attempted to score the point for the other team.
I just said he lost to a nigga in their debut. I mean, God, let's take a look at this guy.
I don't know, man. It sounds like Bomac had some inside people working against him, man. He had to fight a lot of winning records, man. Derrick James had people working for him. It looked like.
Well, at least he didn't get knocked out, because Homeboy actually knocked out a lot of people, but this guy fought nobodies too. So
yeah, they both fought some. Well, wasn't neither one of them somebody enough to fight?
Oh, here we go. The Blood Protection Committee, the BPC, my brother Mo Bibbs in the building. Here we go. Bernard Hopkins lost his day. There's probably a lot of people who lost their debut, right? But Bernard Hopkins is a Hall of Famer. Bomac's a Hall of Fame coach, but we talking about
that's a tough case to win, bro. That's why I ain't even go to bringing up nobody else within that debate.
Out of control. Nigga said Derrick James will whoop Bomac ass right now and everything for the hot turkey.
See, man.
Niggas out of control in here, fam.
They just went too far with this shit, man.
Why is this even a topic? Because it's my show. That's why it's a topic. And it's fucking funny. That's why it's a topic. Look, but as I was saying before, I'm really happy to see this energy between Bud and EJ, though.
Yeah, fact.
Because I just know, like, there's going to be so much on the line when these two guys fight. Let me see. Here go Bud talk about EJ on that yak. You see that? But he said, "Now
Yeah.
we saving the yak for after I beat your ass." But ain't shit gonna be funny when that bell ring. I just watched. Listen, I just watched the film
Hey,
breakdown.
did
I'm gonna
you
send
did
it
you
to you.
did you peep the details in what he told him though? He just told
No,
that man it ain't nothing you gonna be able to do or nobody else when I whoop your ass.
no, that's what he said. But it sounds
I'm just
good. Like,
saying, bro, the details in that is
uh,
different. You feel me?
look, they've all said stuff like that. Wait,
Hey,
wait till I get my hands on you, man. I'm gonna hit you with a chocolate brownie, man. Look, they
but
all
you
say it.
know, hey, coming from my homie from Brooklyn, you feel me? The first time you punch them in the face and you see their face.
But here's the thing that we do know, right? Here's the thing that we do know about both of these fighters. One guy takes punches better than the other.
You gonna
So
say that after he just got hit and looked like he dropped $100 in the club?
the
Man,
ref
he got
says,
hit.
bro.
He got
The
hit.
ref says stop.
He got
The ref
hit and
says,
started looking for this
bro. The
money in
ref
the
the
club.
ref says stop. The ref says stop. Who gets don't speak no damn
Because
English?
they thought his teeth got knocked out. Even the
Yeah.
ref said, he looked over at the ref and the ref said, stop. I ain't never seen no shit like this in boxing in my
Look,
life.
the ref says stop, but
He
you gotta
got
protect
hit,
yourself at all
looked over,
times.
and the ref said, stop.
Look, but
He
the
didn't
ref
even
the ref
stop.
says stop.
He was looking at the ground the whole time, bro. Where my
And,
100
and
at?
he got and you know as well as I know
Where my
in
100
boxing,
at?
you know and I know as well in boxing that the shots that you don't see are the ones that hurt you the most. And Ugas hit it right on the button.
On a button.
He hit
And
it
that
right
ain't the
on the
only
button.
uppercut he took neither. He took a few more ups too.
But that was he hit him with a straight right with that one.
He was
Ugas hit
taking
him with
them
a straight
straight
right.
rights early, the whole first 4 rounds. He took a straight right before Ugas knocked the mouthpiece out.
Yeah, I think he hit him with he hit him with something. Couldn't see from the angle. With Arrowhead popped up in the air and he went backwards, and then they started exchanging. And Ugas hit him with a couple more to the chin, and then the mouthpiece came out. But that goes to show you though a testament to his chin though, because he took
That's a
some.
testament if he looked straight on the ground for his teeth.
Here we go. It's a testament. If you take 4 or 5 clean blows to your face, and then lose your mouthpiece, and then get hit on the button while you're not looking.
It ain't
Right?
that you it ain't that you lost it. It's the fact that you looked on the ground for it.
Look, the nigga lost his teeth before, fam. He probably
Man, what is wrong?
he don't want. Listen, he lost. Listen,
We know you
got
just
new
had
teeth
some
in his
dental
mouth.
work done. I'm just
Right, he's
saying,
not trying to
y'all
lose
better
his
hope
shit.
Bud don't put them teeth on the canvas, them
Look,
dentures.
we see how Bud I look with Kell
That
Brook.
shit gonna be on memes the rest of our life.
It's good. We see how Bud I looked after 2 rounds with Kell Brook.
That's all right.
Okay, so we gonna go over there and collect his eye too. We the eye collector. We gonna go over there. We collected Kell eye.
You better hope it ain't no blue canvas and them teeth hit the mat.
Okay, well, let's just hope. Captain
We
Stinky
know he
like Bud
had
over
some
there.
dentures put in. We could hear how I
Okay,
told you.
hey,
But remember, I told, but on a serious note, remember I told you though, I say, bro, y'all ain't worried about how y'all don't hear how he talk different now. Y'all don't hear him swearing with his words. You ain't worried how he gonna react once he get hit in the mouth. And when he did, he said, "Nobody move."
Look, at the end of the day, we see how your boy Ugas looked after the fight. So I just watched something. I'm trying to tell you, Bud's not gonna win that fight. He's not gonna win it. He ain't gonna win that fight.
Can you imagine how many memes they gonna make when them teeth hit the canvas?
Can you imagine how many memes they're gonna make when Bud walking
when
around
your grandma used to pop out
looking
her
like a
dentures
cyclops? When Bud walking around looking like a cyclops.
When your grandma used to pop her dentures out.
I'm gonna go DM EJ and tell him, man, his shit better not pop out again.
I'm
He better
worried.
go get
Hey,
his
that
fucking
could be
mouthpiece fixed.
catastrophic, bro.
He better go get his motherfucking mouthpiece fixed, man. He running around here with loose ass mouthpieces. I don't think he's accepted the fact of his new teeth or something.
You might as well take them new teeth out before you come to the ring. Just do your interviews with your mouthpiece in after the fight.
Okay.
Leave them dentures in the back, bro.
Yeah, motherfuckers is crazy.
This nigga 30-some years old with dentures. See you a boxer.
It sound good, but
shit.
We coming.
I couldn't wait to get with you on this.
Hey, Shelton Moore, I can't wait until the day after the fight either, because all y'all bed bugs is gonna scurry. All y'all bed bugs is gonna scurry. Y'all we gonna hear all kind of excuses. Oh, Earl been at that weight since he fought at the weight. At least Bud, he came from 135.
Hell
Earl
nah.
Ben
Shout out to
out.
Earl, because Earl been making 147 since the Olympics. That's hard to do, man. He's 30 years old, man. Your body, your metabolism slow down at 30. So, yeah, I mean, as much credit as we give to the nutritionists, I got to give some credit to Earl for being able to mentally, you understand, do that shit over that time period. Mind you, he did have 4 years layoff, too. So, what am I giving him credit for?
I mean, look. He makes his weight. People call him a weight bully. He still make his weight. So, hey, you know what I'm saying? It is
you
what
gotta
it is.
Respect that. You got to, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially at 30, you still making that weight. That's tough.
Very, very tough. But I know. What's good, Steve? I see you in the building, my brother from another. Look, one thing that I do know is that no matter where Bud go, if he go to snack, I don't know. I think he went to snack.
Here we go.
I think he went to snack because Bomac was hungry, so he said, "Fuck it."
Here we go.
Why don't you go to? Bomac said, "Go get me a snack," and Bud's stupid ass went to snack to go work out.
See, I was just about to stop.
Bomac said, "I'm hungry," and then. Bomac said, "I'm hungry," and then Bud said, "Okay,
I'm gonna go get you a snack."
Bud said, "Look, I'm gonna go get you a snack," and he went and worked out. Both of these niggas is a sight for sore eyes, man. I'm telling you, man. Hold on 1 second. I got something for your ass, though. I'm over here working on something.
Go ahead, work, bro. You gonna need it.
Oh my God,
them
man.
dentures. You know how much dentures cost? Any of y'all don't have dental insurance? Can you imagine how much dental insurance is for a boxer? Shit, that shit's expensive. Crazy. He was thinking about thousands when he got punched in the mouth.
Yeah, motherfucker's crazy, man. Let me see if I can find this pic. I can't find the pic. It ain't get to me yet. Damn.
Don't worry, it's gonna come to you, man. Waiting on it. We waiting on it.
It's gonna be a hell of a fight, though, man. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. I'm gonna send you some film that someone posted on why Bud was gonna lose the fight, and it's exactly what I said. And it's not a definite because it's what I said. I'm trying to tell you, OTB, the only chance.
You know they done made them already about why Bud gonna beat EJ. I refuse to look at that shit because
the chance that Bud has is Earl gonna have to run into something. That's it. If Earl don't run into something, Bud gonna get beat up. And it ain't gonna be. He gonna get beat up so bad. There's not gonna be no rematch. He ain't gonna be able to have no rematch.
So there's a good chance that his ass run into something when you throw 1,000 punches. You throw 70 punches around. Oh, it's true. A good fucking chance you gonna run into something.
It's true, but But even if you take a look at the Sean Porter fight, right? Sean Porter with the Sean Porter fight, Sean Porter only ran in the second because he ducked his head down and started swinging overhand. And I'm just saying one thing we can say about Spence is he's a very disciplined fighter. He's not going to come rushing in there with his head.
He
I'm not
is, but
saying he ain't
once
going.
he get in there, bro, he stays on the line. And for a fighter who finish as good as Bud do, you would have to be worried about how he is gonna keep from getting finished. And that's something that you have to improve on. Is do Bud have to worry about his slow starts and how EJ can get ahead, you know what I mean, and gain a lot of momentum going into rounds 4, 5, 6. If his ass don't come out there and be ready at the start of the bell, yeah, he got to be worried about that. But I'd rather be worried about that than be worried about a fighter who's always take these right fucking hands. Everybody fight, bro. Like I can show you this shit, man. They hit his ass consistently. It ain't
Okay,
like EJ don't, you understand? Now he never takes the butt of the punch, which means that he on the end of these punches. You know what I mean? It's a few times he get caught clean, but it ain't often. You understand? I ain't gonna sit here and act like it's often big punches, but you take enough right hands, bro. You that's a problem for me.
but I mean that's something that happens with all southpaws. I mean Shakur Stevenson, I was a little messed up from taking
He
some
take
good
them
right hand.
motherfuckers, and that's what I kept saying. If you watch my film, bro, I kept saying that in the Shakur Stevenson, like, bro, he's gonna get hit. Like, ain't no point in acting like he ain't gonna get hit. And in
I
the
mean,
6th round, Oscar Valdez hit his ass with 6 or 7 right hands.
yeah, I saw that.
And I'm just sitting there like, man, I told everybody this shit was gonna happen. And Shakur come out there and start boxing now. You understand? So for me to think that Spence won't have to deal with that in that essence, like shit, I'm anxious to see what ways or what's gonna be his counter for that. Because when
Okay.
you got a fighter who known for finishing shit, and once he get you hurt, once he land that bitch, it ain't just no one. It's that's how he finished. He finished because of his multitude and his volume once he land his punch.
Okay. Now my question, OTB, is this: what is he going to do when the volume starts to accumulate on him? See, because everyone said that, oh, Ugas just stood there. Like you said, I saw what you saw, OTB, in the beginning of the fight with
Right.
Spence and Ugas. Ugas had a really good game plan.
He did.
He had a good game plan. He was countering Spence's jab to the body, under his jab to the body.
Fact.
And I was like, damn, this is like, wow, this is I didn't expect this. But as soon as Ugas took a clean one to the body, the gun looked like all of a sudden he dropped a clip out and he stopped shooting.
Fact.
And people say, oh, he just stood there, but
Mm-mm.
when you get broken down like that, it looks like you just standing
Talk about it.
there.
Talk
you know,
about it.
you think you moving in
Talk
your head,
about it.
but your body is not moving the way you want it to move.
And
You
that's
know,
because EJ's game is that body. He's a body snatcher. Like I kept telling people, man, EJ a body snatcher for real. Like people don't realize, man, he's a supreme body puncher. Not a good body puncher. He's a supreme body
supreme body.
puncher with one of the best jabs in boxing. But when you say, how do you deal with something like that? You time it. And for a fighter, we know that Bud's timing is his biggest attribute. Besides him finishing shit, he's able to finish it because he timed you so good and he timed you so well because he take a lot of these punches in the early rounds. You understand? And so by the later rounds, he done figured out exactly how he gonna time you, and when he go to southpaw, it just make it easier to place his punches.
Okay, I mean, look, you can't start slow, OTB.
Yeah, facts. I definitely agree with you there. I,
He can't start slow.
I definitely agree with you there. He got to come in there round one, and you got to match him. I look to see whether you try and match the output or whether you stick to your roots and depend on your timing and just say, I'm going to finish his ass once I see what I need to see. But do you deal with the pressure for them rounds? Because as we know, that pressure can take your legs away and now you can't finish. That body snatching can put you in a position where you can't finish how you want.
Facts. I mean, that's why it's gonna be such a great fight, man. I can't wait to see the fight.
Facts, man. We blessed as fans.
We bless as fans to see this fight. I just hope that we get to see it this year. We should get to see it this year. And it's gonna be a great build up because Bomac gonna do a whole lot of talking, and Derrick ain't a big talker. So like even the build up, I think is gonna be really really good. You know, just to see how Omaha is going to definitely come out and represent Bud. And I can tell you right now, Dallas and Oak Cliff is going to definitely come out to represent EJ. You know, so it's going to be huge, man. It's going to be a hell of a fight, man. Um, let's cook a little bit on Shakur Stevenson and the Valdez fight.
Facts.
Uh,
What you think? Talk to me.
I, I mean, I was impressed. I was impressed with Shakur Stevenson's, but I mean, he does what he always does. He's a master of distance and range. And like Gary Anton Russell, he's not a power puncher like Gary Anton Russell, but they have very disciplined jabs for southpaws. And Shakur will keep that jab in your face and set up a bunch of shit off of it, you know. And by the time you look up, he done racked up a bunch of points on you, right? He done racked up a whole bunch of points on you,
Facts.
you know, and you getting busted up, you know. So look, from what I saw with Valdez in the past, I already knew that that fight was not gonna go his way, but I don't see no bitch in Valdez, which is what I appreciated. You know, I just matter of fact, I'm gonna quote a phrase from here on out. I didn't see no primetime chicken in Valdez. I never saw that in him. So I knew it was gonna be a good fight, that he was gonna fight to the end.
Facts.
But you know, some there are there are good fighters, there are great fighters, and there are elite fighters, and Shakur Stevenson is an elite talent at this point. He's an elite talent. So fight, excellent fight. I'm not gonna shit on Valdez. He went out there, he fought his heart out, but sometimes it's just a guy that's better than you. Shakur Stevenson was that guy. Like Tyson Fury was that guy for Deontay Wilder. Sometimes it's just someone who's better than you. And that's okay. As long as you go out there and give it your all and put it all on the line, then I don't have a problem. I'm not going to bash Valdez, you know, for his performance. He went out there, he did what he was supposed to do. And I know it had to be tough losing in front of Canelo and, you know, Reynoso and his fans, but we all knew that Shakur Stevenson is an elite talent, man, and he definitely did his thing. I'm glad that he unified, and he owes that title to Bud Crawford, because if Crawford didn't sue Bob Arum, he would have never got that fight with Valdez. So big win for them, and salute to Shakur Stevenson. He's definitely to me he's a I don't want to call him a superstar yet. He has superstar talent, but he's not a superstar yet.
Facts.
But he's definitely a star in the sport. I wouldn't say he's a superstar. Tank's a superstar. He's not a superstar yet, but he has superstar talent. And salute to Shakur Stevenson. What was your take on the fight?
I felt like Shakur did what we knew he would do. I feel like I was surprised at how big he was when he came in that fight. And shout outs to Coach. Me and Coach had a conversation about that. And I kept saying, you know, Oscar Valdez is gonna land his shots. Like, so once Shakur win this fight, he definitely goes in a pound for pound list, but let's also remember that he got some time and he got some things that he need to work on and progress in as well. So when you say he's a star in the sport, but he ain't a superstar yet, that's about equivalent to what I seen inside the ring. He's definitely a star talent, but it's some shit. He ain't unbeatable. He's far from unbeatable. No, I don't see that. Is he unbeatable at 130? Yes. He came in, he looked like he was 150. He
Damn.
was every bit of 150, bro. Like he was big when you look at his physique and when you look at his body, no pause. Like, yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
but he was big. So you understand him at 130, I feel like who gonna beat him at 130? Unless you make Shakur Stevenson and who is it? Hector Garcia. I like that fight. The kid that beat up Chris Colbert.
Hmm.
I
Good
like
fight.
that fight. He's a big, yeah, I mean, he's a big 130. And if you
Shakur beat him
remember,
though.
if you, yeah, of course, Shakur beat him, but that's a tough fight for Shakur. You know what I mean? And taking like shit. But it ain't nobody at 130 that you see beating him. So shit, ain't nobody that's his size with that boxing IQ that you see actually having a chance or even being able to, ain't nobody down there who's even a big enough puncher, you understand, to be able to capitalize or with the head movement to capitalize on some of the things that he do bad. So I really don't think that it's hard for him to unify that division. And I don't know how much time he exhorts into that versus fights that we know that he could actually progress his career in at 135.
I'm gonna tell you one thing that does make me a little bit nervous about Shakur Stevenson, and you tell me if you see it too. I feel like sometimes his chin's up in the air, like when he's backing out. I think he's so good at distance and getting in and out, but sometimes I feel like his chin be up in the air and he can get clipped. Because I'm just thinking like, for instance, who would you pick between Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis?
Tank,
Yeah, I would. I think I would have to go with Tank too.
I'm going with Tank, and I think that Tank all but stops him in that fight. I feel like Shakur may land the punch stats would look real good for Shakur, but the punches that he would take would allow us to say that Tank easily won that fight.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Because Shakur having such a he get caught a lot with them right hands because he depend on that jab so much. And like you say,
right.
his chin do be in the air a lot. When Nakathila caught him, he timed him on his transition. I mean, he timed him on his rotation, trying to stay away from that right hand and caught him. When Jamel Herring caught him, he caught him in a pocket. You know what I
Mm,
mean, with that right hand. When Valdez was catching him, it was in a pocket with that right hand. When I see fighters have that type of success, to think that you gonna take, salute to Detroit. When I think that you gonna take a punch like that from Tank, shit, I'd be out of my mind to analyze that and assume that you're gonna be successful.
mm, mm. You don't think Shakur's boxing ability is superior enough to get a definite win over Tank Davis?
No, because we just seen Oscar Valdez close the space. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong, you definitively won that fight against Oscar Valdez because Oscar Valdez ain't a bigger puncher than Tank. You understand?
Hmm.
Oscar Valdez landed them right hands in the sixth round. Wasn't convincingly enough for you to not have to for you to come out, you know what I mean, and still make the performance well enough for you to win. Tank
Hmm.
gonna land a different type of right hand, and Tank have power in both
Both of
hands.
them, yeah,
So
true.
everybody can stop that. Oh, well, Tank is southpaw, so da 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 da. No, Tank has power in both hands, and he will knock you the fuck out with both hands. So for a fighter who I done seen have problems dealing with this, right? Not so much as problems even because you don't get caught with it a lot. It ain't like Shakur take a lot of right hands, but he take them. You understand? And he take
Hmm.
them because he be so confident in him maintaining that space a lot, and he get flat footed, and his head movement ain't the best.
Hmm. I could agree with that. I definitely could agree with that. Um, I think, but I think Shakur is definitely gonna have a great career in front of him. Um, Let me
Oh, of
touch on
course.
something else. Keyshawn Davis. What's your thoughts on Keyshawn Davis?
I think that Keyshawn got all the tools to be great. Like he have all the tools. That's somebody who got every tool in the toolbox. Good jab, got it. Can he fight off the back foot? Got head movement, got it. Can he will he go in the pocket? Got it. Question, can he take a punch? We don't know. Like
Okay.
shit. So yeah, I mean, when it come to Keyshawn, the questions that need to be answered, we don't like shit. Now it's just time for him to answer those questions. What you gonna do against somebody with an A+ boxing mind like you do? We don't see you and Bud spar. So quit telling us that you sparring Bud and that you sparring Shakur Stevenson and all of these A+ minds as if we see this shit. We don't see that. So bro, we need to see what you gonna do when you get in there with somebody who gonna work the line like you work the line.
Salute to you, B House and Jamel, YSM Sports Media. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to YSM Sports Media on YouTube, the official channel of my second favorite fighter, Jerron Boots Ennis, in the building. Jamel says dangerous style for black fighters to face is a black fighter who can transition to a Mexican style during a fight. Yeah, it's true. I would agree. I would agree because Tank could definitely do that. He could definitely do that. So,
And
um,
we seen what Tank do when he closed the distance, bro.
yeah, yeah, he'll punish you. Shakur is he's very skillful though, man. He's very skillful fighter. Very fast hands. Very fast hands. Good IQ. Uh, I would say is a master of controlling range and distance. Able to get in and get out and not take a lot of punishment. So yep, yep,
What your
yep.
boy Deontay Wilder tell Tyson Fury, you got to be great for 12 rounds, bro.
Yeah, I gotta be great for 1 second.
That's that fight.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I hope so too, Shelton. Well, you said hopefully they don't move Keyshawn too fast. Hopefully not. Listen, honestly, when I watch Keyshawn Davis, he a real good fighter, but I wasn't super impressed though. Impressed like
Like it
what
ain't
I
nothing that he do that you could say he great at.
right. He definitely has skills, and he's an athletic, rangy fighter for his size. He has good length, good range. Uh, but he's a young fighter, so I'm not going to be too tough on him. But it's not like I don't see I don't see I don't see like super special when it comes to him. You know what I'm saying? Like when we seen Boots fighting early in his career, we seen special. We seen really special. I don't
No,
see
we
that.
seen the flash.
We seen Flash, but we also see special. This guy has only not stopped two of his opponents, and one of them headbutted and got. It was about to get knocked out, and it was a no contest. Yeah, we did, and that's the thing, right? I feel like, for instance, you talk about the Flash. We also
Yeah,
saw the Flash. We also saw the Flash with who else in the beginning of their career? Roy Jones Jr. That didn't take away from his talent. Didn't take away from what he was able to do and accomplish in the ring and have that type of power in the
that's
ring.
I'm just saying that Keyshawn don't really have no flash. He's a very fundamental fighter.
Yeah,
So
but he has.
a
He's
lot
a
of
little. I guess what you're saying, right? Like he's a fundamental fighter, but he does quote unquote like they say hot dog a lot during fights though. He
yeah,
likes to
yeah.
show off, and he's maybe he has some show. Maybe not flash to say he's a showman when he fights. And I think me personally, I'm not gonna take nothing away from him. That's his style. That's what he do. He get the job done, and he putting in the work. That's great, but I think it's just a little bit too early for that in his career.
See, I ain't really a fan of the early versus late.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the progression of the fighter is like the progression of the fighter. Now, he ain't, like I said, we ain't seen how these fighters perform when you the main event, when everybody fight before you. Remember when which one of the Charlos lost first, and then the other one went out and damn near lost to Matt Korba, and they ain't fought on
Mm-hmm.
the same card ever since.
Yeah, Jamel.
Yeah, I
When
mean,
Jamel
so
lost to Tony Harrison.
exactly. It's just it's different things that like shit that I have to see. I got to see how you perform when you the main event. I got to see how you perform when you in there with a grade mind. I got to see how you perform against pressure. You understand? Because that's another thing. We ain't seen Keyshawn fight nobody who put him on the back foot, so he ain't never displayed that to us. Now we hear that that's something that he can do. We didn't see you pull counter people, but that ain't being on the back foot with a fighter who throwing 70 punches versus yo. You understand? Or you even having to react to that pressure. So you understand? There's still some questions that my question box is kind of extensive though.
I see. I see. All right. Well, how do you think Frank Martin would do against these guys? Let's say uh, Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, or Tank Davis.
I think that Frank Martin has a style that would give a lot of them problems, but he's another one. It's still questions that you got to answer, Frank. Like shit, it's still things that we need to see out of you. We ain't seen how you deal with another southpaw. Yet to see that. We ain't seen how you deal with pressure. We ain't seen how you deal when you the main event, when you fighting the big, you know what I mean? When you the big name on the card. Because let's be real, if you fighting a Gervonta Davis or Shakur Stevenson, you the main event. And
That
you ain't the favorite. Shit. So
he wasn't the main event when he fought last time.
nah, I don't think so.
I think he was the main event.
Was
They
he?
fought on regular TV. He was the main event.
Oh, okay,
Carl
okay.
fought on pay per view, but they fought on regular. He fought on regular TV, and he got that knockout. It was impressive.
Yeah, it
I,
was. And I
he's a
love
real
Frank
gritty
Martin.
fighter. Yeah, he's a good fighter, and he also his style is real gritty too. I really like that about how Frank Martin fights.
You see, I ain't say can he take a punch. That ain't a question.
Right.
Shit, I know Tank can. I mean, I know Frank can take a punch. You understand? But is taking a punch from who? Can you change your
Right.
style? If you
Right.
fighting one of these big punchers, can you box him from the outside for 12 rounds?
Yeah, I think that's the big thing with Tank. It's like he could fight different types of ways, and the question is, can you take his punch? You know. But
Is
I
go ahead.
think Pitbull showed a blueprint on how to survive against Tank. You know. So hey, you gotta keep your motherfucking hands up. You know. You said, Steve, you think Frank Martin stops Keyshawn Davis? I don't know about that. We gotta see.
Mm-mm.
We gotta see.
And I'm gonna tell you something else that I don't like about that fight, man. Y'all better look at how big Keyshawn Davis is.
Yeah,
Keyshawn
that's what
Davis
I'm
is
saying.
big to be beating up on Frank Martin, and
Yeah, he's a big
and
guy.
that's what made them let Keyshawn say Tank name is how big Keyshawn is. So they like
Hmm.
shit. You can take Tank punch, man. It don't matter how big you is, man. Tank in there 147, four in welterweights. Trust me. Tank is sparring with welterweights, folding
Yeah,
their asses.
I don't think no one around Tank weight class could take his punch. It
So,
showed me Tank showed me a lot by stopping Barrios and Keith Thurman wasn't able to do it. That showed me a lot right there with Tank. His power is special. It's different.
see, and Keith, what's crazy about that is, yeah, I mean, them is two different. Like Tank can land his punch, and Tank is great in the pocket. You know what I mean? Versus Keith. Keith ain't really a in the pocket ass. He ain't trying to get in the pocket. He gonna play his angles and really play from the outside and land his punches off counters when he do land his big punches. So you understand, to see Tank lose those fights and really lose them, because I had Tank losing against Barrios and against Santa Cruz. And I think against
Mm-hmm.
Barrios, I think was the fight Floyd told him you losing type shit.
Yeah, on the unofficial. He
When
told
when
me he was that on the unofficial.
when you can do that, when you can show that, until you understand somebody show that they can take 11-12 and deal with that precision, you understand, and
Mm-hmm.
deal with, you understand, you knowing that you got to close the show and you close it. Shit,
Mm-hmm.
Tank on always until then, man. Shit, I don't know. It's gonna be tough to really rule Tank out of any fight.
Facts. I agree. I
And
agree.
he another one. He big. Look at Tank face, man. Tank is big for real.
Facts.
He just short. If
Yeah,
Tank
he
wasn't
just short.
boxing, he'd be walking around with a pudgy stomach. He'd be a fat boy.
Yeah, he already was a fat boy.
Shut the fuck up.
He already was a fat boy, man. He came in looking like a Cabbage Patch Kid. Remember? But Tank got his shit together, man. I'm proud of Tank, man, because he, he finally decided to listen to Floyd. So, and he ain't
Here
going
you
nowhere
go.
either. He ain't going
I
nowhere
told
either.
you. Can we admit now? I told y'all, man.
I told him that too. You
Yeah, you
know,
damn sure did. He's
he
like,
ain't going no damn where.
no,
Shit.
that shit is so I don't have to talk shit about nobody and really sell no tickets.
Right, right. Floyd don't care about being talked about in the public. He used to that shit. He don't care if this shit gonna make him money. He don't care. So it is what it is. But we got Canelo and Bivol coming up. We got Boots and Clayton coming up.
Speaking of Floyd, I doubt I even say nothing bad about Floyd again, boy. That's that. Hey, boy, my brother they just had my brother out there in Vegas in their gym and shit. They showed us some love. Have some
Yeah,
footage coming up from that. Yeah.
that's what's up. That's what's up. You think Boots is gonna stop Clayton?
I think he have to. I
He's
don't think that like I ain't really broke that fight down yet, but I damn sure got the film for it, but I ain't really went inside of it. But I think that he have to. I think that
he will.
Boots gotta look impressive to keep one of them at 147 and to keep your name in the hat. Because
Well,
once them two fight each other, I figure I like to see Boots go and get like Stanionis after this fight. I think,
he gonna be the IBF mandatory.
yeah, still
It's a
go get
title
you.
eliminator.
Yeah, still go get you another strap. So when you ask them to stay, you know what I mean, you got something to bring other than you being a mandatory. Now you
Yeah, I think Spence is gonna. I think regardless of the outcome of the fight, he's gonna move up but he gonna move to 54. So,
so now
um,
I ask you, what do Jerron Boots Ennis do? Do you stay down at 147 for Rashidi Ellis? Shit,
oh
let's
hell
cook.
yeah, yeah. Well, I feel like it sounds like based on what's been said by the two top guys at 47, both of them looking to go to 54. So it seemed like all those belts are gonna be for the taking. All the belts. They fighting for everything. So
Exactly. So it won't
all
be
the belts
hard
gonna
to
be for the taking.
reunify. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. And they're going to make Boots into the star of 147. They're just waiting for these. I don't want to call them old heads, but they're not old heads yet. But 30, 30, what Earl 32 or
Right.
32, Bud 34. going on
Facts.
35 later this year. So
Facts.
technically, they're waiting for these guys to get out the way and bring the new blood in. And Boots is the future at
So
47.
so is it enough competition at 47 once them two gone for us to really validate him unifying at
Yeah,
147?
yeah, because Virgil Ortiz is still there. And that's the fight everyone's been talking about. It's going to be the big fight in the future. Ortiz is there, like you said. A guy like Stanionis is still there. You got Rashidi
Shit,
Ellis.
Virgil punk ass talking about a few years standing on his ass. Shit, I don't know how much credibility we'll even give that fight later on. You feel me? Like shit,
Hmm.
let's look at the the classification of the fighter as standing on this and what he'll have to achieve for us to really put him in that magnitude. You feel me? Like he damn near gotta upset somebody. And it just ain't a lot of names besides them two down there.
I agree. Excuse me. Yeah, I
Sean
definitely
Porter
agree.
gone, Danny Garcia gone.
But they
Shit.
old heads. Those old heads though. All
Exactly,
those
but
guys ain't
shit, they
nervous.
were names. You
They
feel me?
were.
So
But
now what do y'all do? Do y'all ask Broner to stay around so you can have that name on
Broner,
your resume?
Broner ain't trying to get stretched. Broner is not trying to get stretched.
I'm just saying, yeah, I mean, shit, at that point, you need names. Yeah, I mean, you need credible talent in that division for us to validate the unification of it. We seen what Bud went through with 140. We ain't nobody really respects that.
Yeah,
And
but I think there's the big fight is gonna be with him and Virgil. Uh, I mean Thurman is still there if he throw the balls to fight because he's avoiding Boots now. But if Boots get rings, I mean belts, he can't avoid it anymore. He gonna have to take the fight. So you still got Thurman. Thurman said he's not moving to 54. He said he's staying at 47.
yeah, we know Thurman gonna stay at 47. So we
Right.
know Boots
So
walked Thurman out.
right. So Thurman, Virgil, Sheedy Ellis.
Those are
Uh,
them three credible fights. You can get to 154, you win all of them fights. I
facts.
don't I don't know that I ain't, yeah, I mean, anxious for you to get the 154 to put the pressure on them two before they walk out.
Oh, you guys said Conor Ben, his bitch ass ain't coming across the pond. He trying to fight Kell Brook. His whole ass ain't trying to fight. No, he's calling out Adrian Broner. He
He
ain't
just
looking for
said
no boost.
today he want to fight Keith Thurman.
Now he want to fight Keith Thurman.
Yeah, he claimed he want to fight Keith Thurman. I don't
Keith
see
Thurman to
that
beat
fight
his
happening.
ass.
Yep.
Keith Thurman to fuck around, beat his ass, and ship him right back across the pond.
And Keith Thurman would counter that aggression
Yep,
crazy and make
yep,
it pretty and make
yep.
us really, and that may be a win that make me really put some respect on Keith Thurman because I don't respect his career.
Mm-hmm.
And as
Taylor
far
and Regis. He says Taylor and Regis goes to 147 too. Well, I
as
don't.
far-
I mean, I don't think. I don't think Regis belong in there with Boots to be quite honest. But I mean, he's a tough son of a gun. Gary Anton Russell would be at 147 when
yep, yep,
ah
yep. I think
that's a good one.
that's the
Now
money fight.
that's
You
the
right
fun
too. Whoever
that's
could
the
say
fight.
that, that's the money fight.
That's the money fight.
That's the
Damn,
money fight.
that's a
So
tough
that's
one,
Boo's
man.
money fight right there.
Well, Virgil gonna be the money fight because he got Mexico behind him.
I
So
don't think
Virgil,
Virgil happened. I think Virgil getting the 154 soon.
oh, you
I
got a
don't think
point.
he's staying at 47 long enough for Boots to even, I mean, for that fight to even start to validate itself.
Yeah, damn, that's yo. You know how crazy that is though. It's like damn, Earl still making 47 at his age, and Virgil is having a tough time making 47. He's so much younger, and then on top of it, Boots is a big guy and he's making 47. So what's going on with Virgil? What's his deal?
I
Like
think
why is
Virgil
it?
just that big, bro. I
Mm,
was looking at some footage of him and Jose Ramirez sparring. Man, he is huge. Like when him and Jose get in the pocket. Like you know Virgil from Jose. Like, man, nah,
Mm-hmm.
bro. I think Virgil walking around 165, shit, 170.
Facts. 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 All right, well, I'm gonna wrap it up because I got to get to work in the morning. It's 11 o'clock, so we're
Facts,
gonna go
facts.
ahead and wrap it up, man. OTB, definitely appreciate you coming
Always.
through. We'll be back on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time. Salute to the chat and everyone who rock out with me. My brothers in here: Steve, Nando, uh, B House, Glenn, Cassandra Mason, always showing love and support. Don't want to miss nobody. Let me go through here again. Shelton Moore, John Kramer, 817. Salute to
Facts,
you
facts.
guys, man. All love. We definitely appreciate you guys coming through and showing the love and support. I wasn't on here because I'm in the process of buying a house. Got a lot of open houses I've been going to, but um, should be back on here more consistently now. So, like I said, appreciate you guys, man. Stay loyal to the game, and we out of here.